Hi, everyone. So today we are talking about awards and how to go get them and why you should and all that. So there's kind of a lot to it. So why should you go get some awards? You know what I'm talking about, those awards like best workplaces or best blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I mean, they're not that hard to get. It's a matter of getting organized to do them and actually applying for them. It's not like, seriously, that's all it's about. It's about like knowing that the award is out there and applying for them. And then, of course, I have some tips on how to apply for them the better way. But really, you know that phrase, half the battle in life is showing up or something like that. Showing up is the hardest part. That's definitely the same with awards. It's not like if you apply to all of them, you'll just like win all of them, but like, how would you win it if you don't apply, right? And or how would you even win it if you don't even know about it, right? So we want awards because it does show industry credibility. So even though you might not sell within your industry, having industry credibility could help you with your sales. It does help with your own job security, like if you get an award within your category at work, or it helps with retention and recruiting big time. And then of course, sales and marketing. But so like the hardest part is weeding down the list because there's a ton of awards out there. So you want to start by knowing who you are, which is like, you kind of want to research the awards and know that like, okay, I'm just going to like look at my cheat sheet. You want to look, make sure your industry applies and like the kind of company you are. Are you a startup or a small family business? There might be ones for those. Minority or publicly owned, that kind of thing. And then if you work at an agency, you can actually look at what your client is. You could also apply for an award on behalf of your client. And if your client is a small family owned business and the award has to do with that, then that's what you are as well, because you're applying on behalf of your client. Now there's lots of different types of awards. There's numbers-based performance awards. So those are a little easier. And it's almost kind of like a yes or a no if you're going to get into it. Like if your numbers meet the criteria, then you might be included in the award as an award winner. There's also employee surveys. So those best companies to work for, those aren't just like magically picked by a hat. The employees actually have to do a survey. So you have to think about, are you willing to actually bother your employees for this? Maybe you are on some not too consistent of a basis. You don't always want to bug them. Also, there's some just based on your geographic location. That's it. Or industry related work. And so when you look at all that, how you can weed out all the options are the qualifications. So like if you don't qualify, then that's kind of good to know, and you just take it off your list. You might actually have budget constraints. So that means that, of course, you have to pay to get into most of these awards. So if you don't like that, maybe don't apply to the very expensive ones or create a budget around it. That will really help you weed these out. And then, of course, your geographic location, that, I mean, you're kind of stuck where you're stuck or where you have offices. You can't apply for all of the awards that are not based in your area. I mean, maybe they're in your industry, then you can apply for them. But let's say you're in Minnesota and you want to apply for an Arizona award that has nothing to do with your industry. Well, that's weird. I don't think I need to say that. So then that's it. So, but how, and then you want to create a list, but also I think I have my book backwards here because then I go in to say how to find these. Seems like you should try and find them first and then weed them down, but whatever. So you want to stalk your industry associations. The industry associations, that's where a lot of the awards come from. And so you want to look at your industry or the industries that you serve. That would maybe even be great for your sales, right? So you want to stalk those. And then you also want to look at various publications. So like your local media has awards, and then so does like Inc. and whatnot, all of those big awards. You want to just check them out and see if you qualify. And then if you do, and you also, I'm just gonna not say if you do anymore. I'm just going to go on, forgot I said that, and go on to the next point, which is you can also find awards just through Google. Random. You probably knew that, but I would let you know. Okay, so then you put your list together. And now what you need to do with your list is just make sure you have it in an organized list. We use Google Sheets, and you have the deadline in there. And then you might actually put the important deadlines in your personal calendar as well, so that you remember to actually do it. And you might pad your deadlines because there's more work here than just applying. So when you decide you want to go after an award, you have to think about who is nominating you. It's not you as a PR person nominating your client or whoever. It's just not. I mean, it could be if you're like the firm owner or whatever, but you want to think about, and your client can, or your boss can help you think about who would be the best to nominate you for this award. So it might be like somebody on a board that your CEO serves with, or a charity that you've donated to, maybe the executive director. Anywho, and then you also want to fill out the form for your contact. That's major PR. Is like, we're not just going to let our contact, no matter how important you are, fill this out. We want to fill it out our way. And then we're going to put your name on it. Of course, we're going to get your approval. We'll get everybody's approval, especially the person who we're writing it for. Hopefully we are not offending them by doing this, but it actually helps them so that they don't have to do it themselves. But of course, we have our own talking points, and they have to be in the award nomination thing. So then that's that. Now, just remember, honesty is the best policy. So we don't fib on our awards. We can use our talking points in a way that we might feel like, but we don't lie. And then, just remember to continuously try. So like if you don't win an award, you can still apply for it next year. Or if you don't win some awards, don't think, oh, I'm just going to give up. We're not doing this. I don't know. Just take a minute and see, am I doing something off here? Like, is it my writing? Is it who I'm using? Is it the type of awards I'm trying to get? I don't know. And then after you win the award, which is the fun part, don't stop there. You need to market the award. And how you can do that is by showing up. I know that's random, but if you win an award, go to the dinner thing or whatever stupid thing they're inviting you to, because they're all money makers, right? So you have to apply for the award. There's money there. Then you got to go to the dinner, and then you got to pay for it. You got to get a table. I'm sure it's expensive. It adds up, but especially if it's an industry that helps with your sales, maybe you should do it. Or if it's in your own industry and you want to recruit while you're there, which we all know it's a tough job market, do it. Okay, show up. Then, take pictures and blah, blah, while you're there, and then share on social media, and then blog about it. And then share with your staff and your partners. So don't just assume because you won this award that your staff knows. Share it with various staff members so that they can then send it out to their clients or what have you. And then that's it for awards. And of course, you can try and PR the award. PR the award, unless it's like a media award. That's a little awkward. Like, Inc. gave me this award, but I'm going to go to Forbes to get it in there. No, don't do that. But if it's like an industry award that's like credible, not by a media source, then maybe you could PR it. And then of course it's always sales and marketing collateral too. So you could even put the logo on your website of the award or what have you. That's all for now.